Uh, David in Hackensack, you're on the air with Shane and Matt. How are you?
Very good. I'm glad to hear another debate from you, Matt. I was listening to your debate you had some months ago, and you're talking about the brute fact, and dealing with logic. And the nature of is this a brute fact, the laws of logic or not? You recall that debate, correct? You had that, 2 months ago?
I do debates all the time. I have no idea if you're talking about an actual debate I did or if called to the show or.
Well, with Vila. With Vila. Tyler Vila.
Yes, I did a debate with Tyler Vila.
Yes, and then you did a nice follow-up with Alex.
Okay. Yes.
Alex. So
yeah, but that has nothing to do with the Atheist Experience. That's me personally on my own.
Oh, no. Well, I like to know what you think personally as well. I mean, I like following you. I've listened to many of your debates.
Okay.
You went to church and you grew up and you became an atheist. And, so anyway, I want to get down to what the significance and the foundation of the rules for rational thought, if you're open to that.
Hang on. Are you a theist or an atheist?
Well, I'm actually an open theist. You know what an open theist is?
Somebody that doesn't know the difference between theist and atheist?
No. It's called the open view. Never heard the open view of theism? Open view theism?
No.
That's okay. It doesn't matter. Anyway.
It does matter. You just identified yourself with it. Do you not want to tell me what it means?
Well,
are you convinced there's a God?
Well, remember now, there's two things you have to ask. I'm convinced.
No, there's one thing I have to ask, and I asked it, David. Are you convinced that a God exists?
Can I tell you why I called? Because I want to get at why Aristotle was convinced there was a God.
I don't care about Aristotle. I don't care about Aristotle, what he was convinced of or why.
Well, I think that's very significant, important to the whole.
I think it's important that you answer the one question that's been asked of you, and that's, are you a theist or an atheist? He's been asking you for like a minute and a half.
Aristotle's been dead for ages. He doesn't have some secret reckoning with truth. What difference does it make what Aristotle may or may not have been wrong about?
Well, when you go to college and you study the history of theology and philosophy and things, you have to take that course. You have to read those books. Like I've read his metaphysics, and I think they're very important to look at and consider.
Okay.
Aristotle's influence has been for centuries, and it's still with us today, his influence.
Okay.
No.
Are you trying to argue that because somebody who was a great thinker believed in a God, that therefore means a God exists? Or I don't know if that's what you're saying. That's why I'm asking.
The whole subject. Well, because Matt and I agree, and a lot of people do, that the rules of rational thought are valid. Is it a brute fact, or is there a foundation or something behind?
Okay. You can't just toss out
the word
because that's not the issue. I mean,
well,
validity and soundness apply to syllogisms, not to the laws of thought. They are axioms. They are presuppositions that we just accept. And whether or not Aristotle came up with them or had a version of them is completely irrelevant, because the thing that persists through time is the concept. I swear, David, the thing that persists through time is the concept, not Aristotle.
I only mention Aristotle because it's important, I think, to give him why he founded the rules of rational thought. He kind of founded them. They come from him.
No.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. They are discoveries about reality.
Yes, but let's look at how Aristotle made that discovery.
Let's not.
He did.
Bye. What Aristotle thought is completely irrelevant.